Joining us now is the founder of Basket, a company hoping to help you save on your groceries. Andy Elwood, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
How are you trying to help people save?
So what we've found is not everybody has time to clip coupons and jump through 7 hoops, watch YouTube videos and go to 6 different stores to save on their groceries. But groceries is one of the top things that households spend every year. Their house, their car, travel, and groceries.
Yeah.
And the average household is spending thousands of dollars a year, but they don't know if they're actually getting the best price or if they're wasting time going to multiple stores to get the same products. So with Basket, simple app, download, give us your shopping list for the week, and we'll tell you every store within 5 miles that carries all of the products and what the price is for your total basket of goods, so you can save time and money and have all the information you need before you make the purchases.
So compared to traditional, maybe more shopping apps for clothes and things,
Absolutely.
How does your app Basket compare to those? I know normally you can just scan a barcode and it'll pull up and tell you every place else online or actual bricks and mortar stores that has your product at a better price.
Absolutely. So one of the really interesting parts about grocery is you're not shopping for one product at a time. Right? You're shopping for 10, 20, 30, sometimes 50 products if it's your monthly stock up trip. And with a lot of the other grocery apps, when it's one product, if you're trying to find a flat screen television, well, there's probably 6 stores in the area that carry it, and you're going to make that purchase once every 2 years, every 3 years. Grocery, the average American family is going to the grocery store about 3 times a week. Sometimes it's the bigger trip, sometimes it's the recipe trip, sometimes it's a special event trip. But each time somebody uses Basket to either look for the price for a small basket of goods or for their entire basket of goods, we're going to give them the information that they need to be able to make the choice that's best for them.
Now there are all sorts of ways and outlets where you can order food online, and you don't actually have to go to a store. So are those baked into your baked into your platform and technology as well?
Yeah. So we're starting to be able to pull in a lot of the online delivery companies where they have their prices published. So you can say, hey, today I literally don't have time. I don't have time to go to the store myself. This online delivery company is going to charge me X, and maybe it is $20 more than what it would be if I went to the store myself, but I don't have the time to actually go to the store myself, so it's worth paying the premium to do that. Other times, you've got a little bit extra time. Maybe you're in the car and you see that there's a difference in price of $20 or $30 whether you turn left or turn right at the intersection. And you can make that decision.
How are you able to validate this crowdsourced information? And what brings me to this is we know Amazon recently getting in trouble in Canada for listing prices on its website that they weren't actually validating whether or not those were cheaper than the manufacturer's suggested retail price. So this is something that I could see possibly being a problem with crowdsourced pricing.
Yeah, it's been a huge challenge for us to first off get all this information, right? We've got about 10 billion historical prices that our crowd has added to the database now. So between artificial intelligence and machine learning, we're able to validate that this is inside the bounds of the prices that we would expect on that product.
Okay.
But then when we're actually in the store, our shoppers are checking things off their shopping list. We're asking them to verify prices as they go, and so a lot of folks are choosing to do that. Contribute information if they see a great price, best price they've seen in a couple weeks on Diet Coke, let's say. They'll add it to the database, and it triggers everybody else's shopping list, so we're able to help together.
How much could a price fluctuate on Diet Coke?
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. I opened the app actually this morning. I was looking, I needed to go get some more coffee, and Walgreens, close to my apartment, had it on sale for $6.99. Amazon had it for $17.30. Same thing, the exact same product, is almost triple the price. And a lot of it has to do with shipping, but just going from store to store, we see a difference.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
insane.
And it was a 12-pack?
It was a 1-pound bag of Columbia roast coffee.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You stocked up at your local store.
And there's certain things where it makes sense to buy online, small things that are easy to ship. But paper towels, right? Paper towels have the huge variance because it's a big box of things to buy.
Yeah, you know what? I shop a lot at CVS because that is the closest grocery.
Right.
That's a pharmacy that's closest to me, and then the Food Emporium is the grocery store closest to me. And so I always get coupons to CVS. I'm like, oh my gosh, gonna get the paper towels, everything at CVS. And then not too long ago, I realized I really don't think I'm saving any money. I actually think I'm losing money because why are these paper towels so absurdly expensive at this pharmacy?
Yep. Well, and that's what we want people to know. You have the ability to now have that information, right? With Kayak did it for travel. Zillow did it for homes. AutoTrader did it for cars. Those are not as frequent purchases and there's not as many products in that purchase, but the average shopping list for a basket is 25 products, right? So running that algorithm 25 times to find the best prices all at one store is something that takes us about 3 years to finally get to that point, but now we're launched nationwide as of last year, so pretty exciting times.
Well, Andy, have you guys thought about maybe potential future partnerships with the Fresh Direct or HelloFresh companies of the world?
Yeah, in thinking about the success that Kayak had, one of our investors built the technology that Kayak's built on top of, and the way that they kind of thought about that was being the consumer-facing piece of it. If we start with the shopping list, we want to give you the choice. We don't really care which store you end up making your purchase at. That's not what our business is. There's a lot of people competing for your basket every week, and we want to give you all the choices. And so we can become the affiliates that point people in the right direction.
How are you making money?
First off is advertising, a lot of interest there. Secondly is B2B data. The brands and the retailers are in different silos, and they don't know a whole lot about each other. And the third is we did a partnership with Uber last year where we actually drove people to the stores and back. It was a small test, it was really fun, and what we learned was driving people into stores actually increased the amount that they spent by 42% over what they thought they were going to spend, because they remembered they forgot paper towels. They remembered that they needed to go grab the
So you would pay for the ride?
So if you went there and back, if you scanned your receipt on your way back, the round trip was free.
So you were able to make money off of that, even paying for the trip?
That's right. Because a 42% increase in what people, the purchasing at the store was more than what the price of the ride was.
Look at that, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Andy Elwood, founder of Basket. We got through a lot, quite a full. Yeah, we did get through a lot in a short amount of time.